Welcome, wrestling fans. I was lucky enough to track down Southern Justice for an interview. Southern Justice Steve Fierce from Columbia, Georgia. I got a couple questions to ask you.
Well, first of all, first thing I'd like to say is that's Columbus, Georgia. All right, get it right. If we're
Uh,
gonna have an interview, we need to be doing things right. All right.
Columbus. Am I saying it right now?
Yeah, Columbus, Georgia.
And for people who may not know you, Southern Justice, what are you most known for?
Well, I mean, everybody that has seen me before, they've seen my wrestling matches. Of course, if you're watching this now, you're obviously either a fan on my YouTube account or you just so happen to pass by it. But like I said, my name is Stephen Fierce, the Southern Justice, and I'm known for wrestling, man. I'm a fighting man. I'm a drinking man. I'm just a straight up ass kicker.
Now, what's the craziest wrestling thing you've ever done?
Craziest. Let's see. Uh, roughly around the time that I started wrestling, um, I let's see. I had a ladder match with one of my brothers, and we we actually had a kind of like a TLC tables, ladders, and chairs,
Right.
and I actually got I was like inches away from grabbing the belt and got tossed off the top of the ladder, went right through the table. So that was pretty fun. Got a little hurt there.
That's
Um,
fun. Oh,
yeah, I mean, it comes with the business. Um, another time, most recently, actually, my last time that I wrestled in the ring, um, my opponent goes by the name of Nutrius X. That match can also be found on YouTube. Uh, he he actually jumped off of the top rope and did a moonsault, basically a backflip for y'all that don't know wrestling terms. Did a backflip off the top rope and landed on me, and I hit my head on the cement floor and got a horrible concussion. I actually managed to finish the match, but I mean, if you watch the footage, it's quite interesting the fact that I was able to finish because I was like stumbling all over the place and stuff like that.
now, Mr. Fierce, why would you be interested in joining the TCW?
Well, that's a funny story. See, I know a few of their wrestlers. I've wrestled with them before in my uh, different stints of wrestling in New York. Um, of course, I am from Columbus, Georgia. From time to time, I do travel back uh, and wrestle up there. Um, but yeah, I've wrestled all over, uh, and the one thing that I can say that I never forget is the fact is where I started. I started in the backyard. Um, I mean, most professional wrestlers they have a thing about wrestling, backyard and everything, and tend to make fun of backyard wrestlers. Me, I have wrestled in rings all over New York, all over New Jersey, in Texas, in Florida. And one thing that I will not ever do is make fun of a backyard wrestler because that's where I started, and that's of course. With that said, that's where I am now. I decided that I wanted to go over there and show some love. However, one thing that I can say, and this is where the I guess the not so heartfelt reason why I'm there kind of comes into play. You see, I'm now in TCW not because I know, not only because I know people over there, not only because of the fact that it's a, it brings back good memories of, being able to entertain people for free. I'm there because it seems like their roster is in dire need, in desperate need of a real star. You see, they have a bunch of hoodlums representing their company. The faces of their company are a bunch of hoodlums. Me, no. You see, me, I want to help bring their company to a point that clearly it really needs. It needs somebody that will prove themselves and prove that their company can be helped out by what I like to call a real man.
Now, that's a bold claim. Now, what else would you say to your fans in a closing statement? What else do you got for them?
Well, the only thing I could say is, of course, if you believe in Stephen Fierce, if you believe in the Southern Justice, if you like my matches, if you like my promos, stay tuned, because I plan on really making a statement, and I plan on having the Southern Justice be a real staple in TCW. And of course, in closing, of course, any of y'all that know me know that I just got one thing to say. You see, I'm a real man. I'm looking at you, the audience. I'm looking at you, TCW roster. I'm looking at past opponents, future opponents. Stephen Fierce is a real man. And real men come from the South.
Thank you, Stephen Fierce, Southern Justice. Thank you.